let me just start this thing. So there's a timer. All right, Devin, lead us off because it's there's a lot.
Y'all know the topic too.
We do know the topic, but you introduced the topic.
I didn't introduce it. You know,
well, you chose the topic.
The mind was already there with the murder. YNW Melly just happened to show us that murder was in fact on his mind, and apparently mischief, depending on which version you hear.
Okay, so
I hate
there's a lot.
So YNW Melly is a rapper from Florida. I feel like I've said that, like deja vu. YNW Melly is a young rapper from Florida, and he recently released a track. Not recently, but like in about like August, he released a track called like "Murder on My Mind," which discusses how he murdered his friend, and recently he's been taken into for questioning for the murder of his two best friends separate from the song. And so he's just been a popular topic of discussion amongst, I guess, a specific group of people in regards to, I guess, like, you know, the song and just like kind of like, you know, like, is it a confession and stuff like that. Also, like, his last name is Demons and he's 19 years old.
There's a lot to unpack.
I feel like it's like, am I like the black explainer? Like, oh, this is a black person.
No,
topic.
like, it's not,
I don't mean, like, we don't. Yeah,
you chose the topic.
It's okay. It's okay. Look, Devin, I'm not black enough to explain this shit. So one of us has to.
What is black enough to explain? Rap music.
Jay took it to that area. I mean, like, there's a lot.
I mean, like, yeah, like, we did hear the song before, so I guess just like, what's y'all's like take on everything?
Oh, we have the Genius lyrics open for a
We
reason.
do.
Like, one thing, the song is probably not a confession. I understand why people jump there, but like, just because some guy is fucking rapping about a murder doesn't mean that's like him rapping about him murdering his two friends. Like,
yeah.
We talked about this before, like, in person, but, like, there's a lot of metal songs, especially, that are violent as fuck, and everyone's like, oh, you know, the white guy can write whatever he wants.
Yeah.
It's fine. He doesn't talk, it's not about his murder, but, like, if a fucking black kid who's rapping writes about, like, a murder in hypotheticals or something, it's suddenly, like, you know, arrested. Like, something like that, you know? Mm-hmm. There's a lot to talk about with that, I think.
Yeah. I mean, like, I think it's just like very interesting, just more so like with like rap music in particular, is like unlike any other genre, is the sense that like it's autobiographical in nature.
Yeah.
Like because like this, what's going on with this is no different than what's going on. It's like kind of reminds me of everything with TK in 2017, Shmurda in 2014, and I guess like. And I guess so just like a lot of artists like that, I think like there's been so many cases involving like that, you know, that goes over like rap lyrics and stuff like that, and how well it holds up like in court. And what was that? Was that like a picture of like Garfield or like all of it?
We'll talk about that.
Okay. Okay.
I might actually have to.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's a disgusting out of context.
That is not edited. That is from the Garfield movie.
I know. I can just imagine Bill Murray just saying that.
Anyway, sorry, I'm using that for later. But it's like there's just I don't know. We were talking. There's a lot of things to talk about. Like one, I don't know if this is directly related, but it's something that I think will come up. Like. There's a stereotype that like black kids specifically grow up faster than white kids, or like look older than white kids and stuff, so they're automatically assumed to be adults.
Hell yeah!
So I think that's one part of that.
I can
at least to some degree.
Really, like in like that is like that he's older. I think it's more jarring that he's younger.
No, that's true.
It is, yeah, but it's the idea that, because I can vouch for that, because when I was younger, because I grew up in a predominantly white area, it was. Yeah, I got that a lot. When I was 14, I looked 20, or when I was fucking 13, I looked like I was supposed to be, you know, drinking and paying taxes. Like, it is a stereotype, and it's something that I can absolutely confirm is true.
Is the gameplay over? Have we been going on for that? Oh no, there's definitely 20 minutes of it left. There's 20 minutes of it left. All right, sorry. That's fair. And there's like, I don't know. I'll tell you one thing: the song is fucking catchy.
Yeah, like I think like the artist is just like yeah, like I like the music. I heard like other songs and stuff. I mean, he even has like a song with Kanye, which is like not too bad. I think it's just like the idea of like rappers like kind of like when they like get like on or whatever, a lot like compared to like the young like the previous generation. A lot of people are like older, like Jay got big when he was like in his mid-20s.
Yeah, you
know, Ye got big when he was like in his mid-20s. Drake was kind of like around our age. Like even like the Migos, like Takeoff and me and Takeoff are like the same age. You know, like Offset's almost 30 and Quavo's like mid-20s, you know, so it's just like a lot of people are like getting younger, but the, you know, like whereas like before it was like kind of like, well, you know, like I don't really think like in the 90s I didn't really not many people necessarily thought that some of the rappers were like legit, but now it's like, you know, it's like you have this generation where it's like a lot of the rappers are almost too legit, like they're pretty much like going to jail as soon as you hear them. Yeah. And the generation prior to is almost like the antithetical, where it's like very safe, educated, friendly, you know, like your Wale's, like your J. Cole's, your Wiz Khalifa's. And I wonder if that has to do with the fact that a lot of them like were marketed towards like college students and stuff. And then you have like the 90s, which is like a lot, which is like kind of mixed. I'm going to be more specific to like the late 90s, which is a lot more like intense and rugged. So I think it's just like very interesting, just because it's like a lot. Like if you were to put like YNW Melly with like say like Onyx or whatever, you know, you probably might think like some people might say like, oh, like Onyx is like a lot more like tough, but it's like they might be tougher, but but most people really believe that the younger rappers will like actually shoot you.
It's because most people think that the actual rappers, because of their age, they're all idiots and they'll do things they'll regret.
So you think because of their age, like they'll actually shoot?
No, that's what I'm saying. Is that's the mentality? Is that because they're young and they don't know any better, and all they idolize is quote unquote gang shit. You know what I mean?
That's definitely a large stereotype for that stuff.
Yeah.
But I feel like the gang shit's always been around. I think it's like now it's just more so like
pop culture related to, yeah.
I wouldn't say it's like pop culture related, but more so like it's just like there's a lot more to like prove, and it's just more so being like shown. Like it's like there's just the difference is that now it's like a person who would do this is just picking up a mic. You know, like they just have like a cadence that's like really like nice or whatever. Mm-hmm. Also, like sonically, I can't help but like draw that like a lot of rappers that rap like this type of style, like YNW Melly, NBA YoungBoy, they all kind of like have like a like sonic like tracings to like Young Thug.
Yeah,
so it's just like very interesting.
They have a sonic relation to Sonic the Hedgehog. I'm sorry. The joke was there, Devin.
Don't do that.
I know.
I would probably say they're more like Knuckles, more so than Sonic.
Right.
I was thinking like
or fucking that Shadow the Hedgehog game where Shadow had the Draco.
Oh no! Look at Jiro. I hate that you unlock Dr. Jiro by getting impaled by as Yamcha.
Yeah.
That's such a sick joke this game plays, and I love it.
I mean, like, what do y'all like? I mean, like, what do y'all think about like the younger generation of like rappers? I mean, like, do y'all really like listen to rap music?
I mean, I've been trying to get more and more into it and stuff, mostly because my music taste when I was in high school wasn't exactly, you know.
Me and Jay had the same music taste in high school.
It wasn't exactly mainstame.
Rap isn't mainstream. Like, what do you mean?
Well,
it was. Let's just be fair. It was whiter. Me and Jay especially listen to a lot of like
and Angelo,
fucking Fall Out Boy emo music.
Angelo.
More of that type of stuff.
Me too.
That's fair.
No, but I went through like
I
was rough. Like,
oh, you didn't just listen to the part; you looked the part.
I looked the part when I was in high
but that's
school.
different. That's beyond music.
Jay
that's
knows more
like
of that stuff than I do.
Probably.
And so does Angelo. Like when it comes to music, I stayed very much in my bubble. I didn't really leave my bubble a lot until recently. Like I stayed like Linkin Park, unfortunately. I love them, but there's a lot you could say about that. Like Fall Out Boy, Radical Face is not the newest thing I've done, but like it's been very hard for me to move out of like the indie EDM like rock music area, especially since my family is all guitar players and stuff, and they all really love rock music. And then there's also the whole like, oh, if you listen to rap, then you're hood or whatever that might sometimes happen in this family that I don't like. They don't like to acknowledge that they said. But I'm gonna fucking call them out about that now.
Are you just like, oh, remember we said it's like, no, I didn't say that, or is it just like
it's one of those like they probably regret saying that stuff now because they don't believe it now, but like at the time there was like that fear of like, oh, don't listen to that, don't be hood, like what?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
A lot has changed since I was younger.
It's like that scene in fucking. You ever seen the movie I Think I Love My Wife?
No.
It was like a scene. It's kind of like a scene that touches on that, and it's like, oh, like yo, you got like hooks to like. A lot of people think it was like, yo, like you got fucking nigger ears or whatever, because it was just like, yo, like you not like you gotta like open your horizons. I think that's just like a very interesting thing about like music now. Like I feel like I don't really feel as though people who are listening, like white kids who are like, oh, like you gotta listen to this stuff, are now gonna be like kind of like those like 13-year-olds that are like in every fucking Beatles music video, like oh my god, like this is what the people need to hear, the air quotes, the people. And so I think like
I listen to real music,
right? Like I wonder if it's gonna be like that for rap music. Like it's like gonna be like, whoa, hey, like can you turn that shit off and put on some real music, like it's the most popular genre.
I mean I bet you right now if you go on like
I'm not gonna lie to you, it's I mean rap artists that are more like hit wonders, you know what I'm talking about? Like the stuff that's become super fucking popular, like stuff that becomes popular overnight. All the memes that are like the white boys like, hey, can you play like Sicko Mode and Mo Bamba? Like that stuff's becoming more and more popular. Like the more I walk around like campus and stuff like that, it's like people
I kind of like Sicko Mode.
Yeah, I mean it's a good like
it's a good song, but like the memes about it are
because that's true. Like white people ruin everything.
You're
like,
so
they
correct.
it's like the whole like it's like it's just like it's not even the issue isn't that white people like some shit. It's just that like when it's like it's always past the point where it gets like ran into the fucking ground. And so it's just like I feel like it happens for like anything that's popular, even just like in the underground too. Like white like we went to school like a bunch of people that was just like white people that were like too much obsessed with like the fucking native tongues movement in hip hop. So it's just like, yo, like it's like I too love A Tribe Called Quest and De La Soul, but holy shit, the genre did go past 1992, y'all. Like, like not every like the peak of rap isn't fucking lo-fi beats that you can study to.
Called out.
It's like I'm glad like you made that playlist just recently. I mean, I've been listening to it a bunch. Jay's been listening to it. But like, I wish I lived in the fucking Bronx and I didn't listen to a lot of rap until I still don't listen to a lot of rap, but I'm starting to build there. And like I'm 23 and I'm finally starting to like get into it more and like maybe for real, like not just like, oh, I'm gonna do it now. It's like like I'm legitimately
it's like it's beyond the Collision Course album.
I didn't listen to Collision Course.
Really?
Yeah.
It was for you!
I know.
It was for you, Jonathan!
That's how fucking, that's how, barriered my brain was. It's like, it's like, well, you like every other aspect of Linkin Park, right? And
call out.
Ironically, I'm the fucking, I write music with rapping. I rap over songs. You would think... I would take the 2 steps to listen, and my brother even recommends rap to me. He's like, I know your music taste, you would love this. I'm like, I probably would, and then I never listen to it. And then I look at your playlist and it has half the same songs. I'm like, maybe I should be listening to this because 2 different people who I really trust musically both suggested it to me. So maybe I'm just not opening my mind up enough, or maybe I'm just there's a lot of of those barriers that I don't pass, or that I'm getting better at passing, but I'm not gonna fucking ignore the fact that like for the first 23 years of my life, I'm like, I'd prefer to listen to rock in the car. I didn't say that. I've never said that.
Is everything just like in vague ASMR? Like, actually, I kind of prefer to.
But it's like, I'm not going to deny that.
Yeah.
You know? But at the same time, like, I've listened to bits and pieces. Like, I'm doing it slowly, but I'm getting there. Like, I did Childish Gambino to start, which was great. I fucking love him. And now I'm doing little things like the most recent song that pops up in my mind outside of fucking the song we were talking about
Mischief
before.
on my mind.
Like, the most recent one on my mind, Sunday by Earl Sweatshirt. I fucking love it. It's great. It fucking hits. And it's like, I'm starting to get more and more into his songs. Are starting to peek out. I'm starting to remember titles of songs after one listen instead of like 15 listens, which is rare for me. Even with music I listen to all the time.
Right.
So like, I'm like, how did I not like listen to this before? How did I not open myself up to this? And I know why.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of
I'm a fucking like light-skinned white boy in the Puerto Rican white boy in the Bronx. So there was that whole notion of like, well, you know, your skin is light, kind of stuff.
I mean, in a way, it's kind of like the same thing with just like memes and shit. Like kind of like how like fucking like 2018 black slang is going to become 2026 white slang.
Yep.
You're right.
Like just like how like 28, like it's like how like yeet is a thing, despite it like being like almost what fucking
3 years.
6 years old.
Is it?
Yeah, yeet is like 2013.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was. Oh my god.
You're right.
I'm stuck in 2012, y'all.
It's not even just that. It just kind of shows like the meme culture. Like meme culture is in a lot of ways curated by white people.
Yeah, but
or at least the stuff that gets really popular.
Yeah, it's like oh, like you know, like when black people were doing it, it's like it's so ghetto and unfun and like uncouth or whatever.
Until like some white boy like really likes it or something, and then suddenly it's like,
where'd you get that?
Yeah,
and it's like it's like now it's like
and then you look deeper into it and you start realizing a lot. Well, not even deeper. Like you just start looking.
It's pretty racist, like on the surface level, like most of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but just to go back to the topic at hand. You know, stuff like this, when you were telling me about the song and the situation, I don't know how awful this is, but the first thing that popped into my head was the thing that happened between with Drake after X died like a year ago.
What? Oh,
how everybody thought that like because of that one line in one of Drake's songs, they were like, oh, and like
in Sicko Mode actually, yeah.
And Alex was like, oh, you know, if I die, it was Drake, y'all, yeah.
We're starting to run low on time, so we have to.
Yeah. I think we've kind of got it.
Is there anything else about this? I know the topic went everywhere, but I think we.
Yeah. I mean, we'd always just push the last topic back till next time.
Oh yeah. So we can like really talk about it. Roll out the red carpet.
If you guys want to do that, I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
What is the next topic again? I forgot.
Oh
yeah, that's right. You know, I want to talk about that in depth. I have so much to say.
Honestly, we could just say that the first, because since the first topic ended up being half an hour, we could just say that the reason there's only 3 topics going up this week is because the first topic was so long, and not because my mom's kicking us out.
And we could just like be really celebratory, like yes, like yeah. Now it's gonna be Surviving Jail by R. Kelly.
I can't wait for that documentary.
So I guess
picked up by Vice.
I guess with that we'll stop the timer on this topic. Is there anything else to say on this specific topic before we transition into like a closing?
Nah, just to like what Devin said. You remember the show Fuck That's Salacious with Action Bronson? Fuck That's Jail. Yeah.
Like fuck that's me. Like as he's reading the headline.
You fuck me?
I have no idea what I'm gonna name this when it goes up on YouTube because it was like 3 different topics at once.
Yeah.
Yeah.